campus. Young people are going hard from campus. Come on, tell me walk one. Campus connection, yeah, and that's a one now. Yeah, walk one from campus. How we are carry hard from campus. Come on, tell me walk one. Campus connection, yeah, and that's a one. Hey, so make us again listen, let me tell you this. Students, I wanna make we do this. Oh yes, we create this space just for you. Make we talk about you, make we talk about school, government and politics, sports, academics, anything that concern you. And you know when love pass you, it's all about the gospel. So tell me what one from campus. Youths are going on from campus. Come on, tell me what one. Campus connection, yeah, and that's a one now. Hey, I walk one from campus. And we are carry lot from campus. Come on, tell me what one now. I walk one now. Hey, walk one, everybody one.
All right, all right. Greetings, massive. Welcome to yet another episode of Campus Connection here on the family station Love 101. I am Jonathan Fletcher and I'm joined by my co-host.
Anesta Samuels, welcome to the show, everyone. It's such a privilege. We always say that, but it really is. And that's why we keep
Absolutely.
saying it. It's such a privilege to be here with you for another Tuesday afternoon. We are in our sports slash after champs edition of Campus Connection. So we're talking all things sports today. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
certainly looking forward to all the buzz. And we're looking forward to the comment section being very lively today
Mm-hmm.
because we know everybody had their teams and everybody had were supporting different people and different schools. And so we wanted to just big up your school. They might not have won champs, and of course we know who the winners were. KC on the boys' side of things and Heidel on the girls' side. So congratulations to them. But even if your
Absolutely.
school didn't, quite get that far, still want to big them up, let them know you appreciate their hard work and their effort. So go to the comment section. We're live on YouTube, we're live on Facebook. Go there, let your teams know that you still support them and that you
Absolutely.
still
Win, lose, or draw.
right. No organis around here.
Absolutely. And if you're just joining us, of course, we're talking about the 2023 Issa Grace Boys and Girls Champs that took place over the weekend. Well, from Wednesday, I believe, from the 28th of March, up sorry, Tuesday. So
Tuesday,
from the
right?
28th of March up until the 1st of April. And of course, as my co-host mentioned, Heidel High and Kingston College, they were victorious with 279 points for Heidel and 366 points for Kingston College. So congratulations to the teams. Congratulations to all the members of the teams. And even if you are not a part of the winning team, trust me, just the fact that you made it to champs, that's a big deal.
It's a
So
big
kudos
deal.
to you. Congratulations. And of course, keep in the fight. That's if you're not graduating this year, but keep in the fight. And of course, this win for Heidel is a historic one.
Yes.
They I saw the videos, I saw the celebration that was taking place, and boy, they are celebrating, So
Yes.
it's really something to behold in that
You know, you
regards.
know, from last year as I watched the different races and looking at the stats from like Heidel and how they
Mm-hmm.
were performing last year, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, Heidel is really coming up.
Trust me.
They are
Trust me.
like each
Trust me.
year they keep getting better and better. So I actually wasn't surprised that
Yeah.
Heidel was able to win the girls champs this year.
They
They've been
absolutely
really doing
fought
an
to the
amazing
top.
job.
They fought to the top, and it's such a privilege to behold this kind of victory from Heidel. So yeah, man, drop your school in the chat. Let us know which school you are representing or you were representing during the champ season. We want to know. Um the schools that you
Sending
were
your
representing.
congratulations just the same.
To who?
We can send in our congratulations just the same,
No,
but
but
then
I
we
want to know who are you congratulating? Who
okay.
with school? I
Well,
mean, I kind of have an idea, but with school, with
so
school.
with all of 5 points, Merle Grove High School secured the 29th spot in the girls' championships.
Oh.
And I just want to congratulate my school just the same. That's I mean, Merle Grove, we're one of those quiet schools that, we don't
Of
cause a
course.
fuss, but we're still very involved in pretty much everything. And that's one of the things I love about Merle Grove. So big up Merle Grove, top 30. Yeah.
And of course, I have to pause to big up Arden. I won't even comment on the point standing. I'll just leave that where it is. But congratulations, Arden.
Right.
I don't even know if you guys had a team, but congrats. Just the same. Just for being Arden, just for existing. Congrats to you.
Right.
But yeah, man, drop your school in the comments. Don't be ashamed, man. Drop your school in the comments. Because listen, this boys and girls champs thing is a huge thing in Jamaica. It's
Hmm.
very,
Hmm.
very big.
Yes.
And not just in Jamaica, but because I say the World Athletics page talking about it and whatever. So these champs, it's huge, right?
Hmm.
So a lot of persons around the world, they are celebrating just the same. With that being
Yes.
said, we have an exciting show lined up for you. You don't want to miss everything that we have in store. We have education news and bulletin. We have honor roll with um I believe it's Javier Blake from Dintil Technical High. At 5:50, we have I Chose Christ Usually 2 by Omar Ricketts from Guyana. So you don't want to miss that. At 5:55, our discussion on the topic of sports on campus. And of course, it's the After Champs show. But before we get into all of that, let's take Orain Matty, sixth form student at the St. Catherine High, with education news and bulletin.
All right, thank you so much. I can't leave out the fact that things in high school have done an exceptional job with champs with a whopping 116 points for the girls, and of course their placed fifth. And I'm also proud of my school since today we're talking about champs. Okay, so education news and bulletin for Tuesday, April 4 here inside Campus Connection. An Amanda alert has been activated and a search is on for 16-year-old Tiffany Jervis, otherwise called Miss Chin, of Burn Ground, Red Hills, St. Andrew, who has been missing since Saturday, April 1. Tiffany Jervis is of brown complexion, scout built, and about 165 centimeters, 5 feet 5 inches tall. According to the Red Hills Police, about 8 a.m., Tiffany was last seen at home dressed in a gray blouse, blue jeans, and a pair of blue slippers. She has not been heard from since then, and all efforts to locate and contact her have been far unsuccessful. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Tiffany Jervis is being asked to contact the Red Hills Police at 876-945-8270, the police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. The father, who is accused of fatally stabbing his 17-year-old daughter, Shadi Calvert, is now in the custody of the police. The man is being sought by the police after a dispute developing between him and the teenager on Sunday, during which a knife was used to inflict a wound to her chest. Police say that he was placed under police guard after he was taken to hospital for treatment earlier today. According to the reports from the Eston Road Police, about 1:30 a.m., the man was found unconscious with his throat and both wrists slashed. He was taken to hospital where he is currently being treated. The Ministry of Education and Youth hosted the Beginning Teachers Synergy Conference at the Micro University College with educators from several institutions, universities, and colleges in attendance. The theme of the conference was Sow into Education, Reap a Productive Economy. Presentations were made by Minister of Education, Honorable Favour Williams, Dr. Margaret Chin, who is the Assistant Secretary General of the JTA, among other presenters. A charge was given by Dr. Winsome Gordon, CEO of Jamaica Teaching Council. The purpose of this program is to aid new teachers entering the educational sector. That's all the news we have for you today inside Education News and Bulletin. I am Orin Mattis. Good evening.
All right. Thank you, Orion, and congratulations to St. Catherine High on placing fifth. I believe, yes, fifth for the girls
And
and
for the boys, I think it was 14.
14th with
Yes.
18. A big thing that. Big thing. Big
Yeah.
thing. All right, all right. Take care.
All right.
Oh boy. Boy, I
All
wish I
right.
could find the point standing for Arden. I'm not gonna lie. I feel a little way. Feel a little way, but
I was looking through the points. I don't think
let's
I
relax.
saw.
Let us relax. Let us
Okay,
relax.
okay.
Don't
I thought you would want to know, but
Oh boy, let's read some comments because we have some persons repping their schools in a man. Yvonne Scott, she's saying congratulations to KC and Edwin Allen still a champions. Well, that's true. They've won quite a number of
quite
um
a number. And
yeah,
they
so
came second, so
yes, yes. And it was a very small
right. 2
margin.
points, was it?
Very 2 points, I believe. Yes. So Edwin Allen was 277 and Heidel was 279.
My God.
Listen, that hot in a man. Imagine you just lose by 2 points.
Mm,
Wow.
mm,
But
mm.
still champions, nonetheless. Carrie Ann White saying St. Catherine High, she begin up the top 5 and the top 14 for St. Catherine High. Winsome Campbell saying Homewood for me all the way. Big up my nieces, the Peart sisters. Okay, cool. And
Yes.
Homewood, very, very strong contenders in
Always very
champs as well.
consistent.
Coming in at third. I think it was third place. Yes.
Yes.
With 202 points for Homewood. So big them up for real. Charmaine from Papine is saying congratulations to all the schools that made it to champs this year, but her side is Calabar.
Right.
Congratulations to them for placing third. And I believe Calabar is going up against St. Jago this evening for school challenge quiz. So that should be
Ooh,
quite interesting to say the least.
right.
Boy, this high school rivalry in Jamaica is something else,
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing. But yeah, stick and stay with us here inside Campus Connection. It's the After Champs show. We're talking about sports on campus, so you don't want to miss this. Stay with us after these messages.
Hey, small people! It's our Views Wednesday inside the Small People Show with Auntie Colleen. This Wednesday, April 5, join us for the discussion where we will be highlighting how teachers can involve parents in schools. Listen carefully to this discussion, for at the end, we will be giving away 2 prizes to 2 lucky children. That's the Small People Show right here on Love 101 FM, celebrating 30 years of music, family, and love.
Colgate Triple Action. 3 benefits for a deep clean. As a mother, you always want to give the best to your family and to make them happy. With Colgate Triple Action, you give them 3 reasons to smile: cavity protection, whiter teeth, and fresh breath. A unique formula with a minty flavor they will love. Colgate Triple Action. Find it at your favorite store.
Jamaica Central Bank digital currency is now here. Jamdex, no cash, no problem. Step into a future of ease, convenience, and security. Conduct business with your mobile device. instantly and without fees. This is how life should be with Jamdex. You catch it free. Jamdex are the real free. Use it to buy a stove or TV. You can buy your shoes or 3 piece. Get the central bank digital currency. No cash, no problem. Jamdex, backed by the Bank of Jamaica. Show me a the bun to me cheese. But I just a thing when me like. And then the cheese make it nice. Would I never pick another choice? Can't show me a the bun to me cheese. No mind get fun when I Easter. You whole man, no piece of pizza. Slice the cheese, 1, 2, 3, seater. Jamaica to Gorilla say, show me a the bun to me cheese. But I just a thing when me like. And then the cheese make it nice. Would I never pick another choice? Can't show me a the bun to me cheese.
PSOJ's Crime Stop Jamaica unsolved. 61-year-old Gladstone Banny Morris was murdered at home sometime after 7:30 p.m. on Monday, February 15, 2021. His bound and gagged body was discovered at 8 a.m. the following morning. Residents spotted his Ford F-150 abandoned on the McField Main Road and went to check. Mr. Morris was last seen alive at Norbert's Bar in Betheltown, Westmoreland. Crime Stop and concerned citizens are offering a total reward of $500,000 for information leading to an arrest and charge. Call Crime Stop Jamaica 311. Solving crime pays.
Okay, where are the campus eyes?
Welcome back. Welcome back. It is Campus Connection, the After Champs edition of our show. And we've been seeing you guys in the comments. We've been seeing you, and we wanted to continue. Big up your school, win, lose, or draw. Big them up same way. So we do have to get to our honor roll discussion with Javier from Dintil Technical High School. Hi, Javier. Welcome to Campus Connection.
Hi, how are you?
All right. And Javier is a grade 11 student at the Dintil Technical High School. His major course of study is home economics, in which he has maintained an average of above 90%. He enjoys other subjects such as POB and integrated science, and he believes that you only get out of life what you put in it. Javier, talk to us about that. What do you mean when you put forward this kind of philosophy? You only get out of life what you put in it. What does that mean to you?
It means like when you work towards a goal and you do your best to try and achieve it, that's when you'll see the award of doing that goal. For example, if you don't do your homeworks and do your test at the best of your ability, you won't see the grades that you want or you wish to achieve.
So Javier, your aim is to become an executive chef. Talk to us a little bit about that. What do you like to cook? What inspired this ambition?
Growing up, I loved being in the kitchen. I prepare many desserts such as like cookies, cakes, and all of those. Growing up, I didn't have like the restriction of like not being in the kitchen. I was always influenced to being in the kitchen and preparing many different dishes.
Okay, so an executive chef, not a pastry chef, because I noticed you mentioned cookies and cakes.
Yeah. I like to do this, but I prepare other meals as well. But those were my first things that I actually prepared.
What would you say is like your star dish, your main dish?
I would say like I don't have like a specific one because I enjoy preparing all my different meals and I don't really.
Okay.
So do you prefer baking or cooking?
Cooking.
Okay. And what is it like being a home economics student as a young man on campus? What's that like?
It's a great experience. I enjoy it each and every day. We have some of the best teachers at the home economics. They ensure that if you don't understand, they try to explain it as best as possible and try to share their experiences and their backgrounds in each of the different topics so you can better understand it.
Okay, and based on your
go ahead. You can go, Jonathan.
Okay, based on your experience being a home economics student, because I remember back in high school, we friend up the home economics students because they would have their practicals and whatever you want,
Yeah,
taste a thing from them. So do you is that still happening on campus?
yeah, of course. Yes, when we're having practical, you see our different classmates who did different subjects. So it'll be and like can bring out they would buy a box and bring and like say ensure that my plate have in its food.
Wow. Wow, they took it to another level though. I thought it was just like a taste, but people bringing their own box.
They would buy the boxes at the cafeteria because they sell it at the school.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what can we expect from you in the future? What are your future plans?
I prepare to go into a sixth form, then I'll be going to UTech to further my studies in the culinary arts. Then I would like to further my career in executive chef and overall be starting a business and being my own entrepreneur where I can be
Mm,
successful with my own
Mm.
ideas.
So is it that you want to start a restaurant?
Yes, and not just only a restaurant. I have different business ideas which I have come up with and I would like to pursue all of those.
Nice, nice. So you already have your business ideas. It's just for you to execute
wow.
them.
Yes, awesome.
That's powerful. That's absolutely powerful. That is powerful. So, based on you being a home economics student, because I know practicals they tend to take up a good amount of time. What is it like? With balancing school, balancing your social life, just balancing life on a whole.
The one tip that I would give is like ensure that when you get the work, you just try to do them as fast as possible. So
Mm-hmm.
after you finish them, you'll have all the free time you have to socialize or play video games or do whatever you want to do. Because like if you get a time plan, like for example in food nutrition and health, you get time plans right. If we get a time plan, we have a practical next week, and I got it today. I would ensure that I do it from today. So for the rest of the week and next week, I'll know that I'll already have it, so I won't have to worry about it.
Nice. Is there anyone that you would like to thank for your success so far?
I would like to thank firstly my parents and then all the home economic teachers. They're so influential and motivating because they have motivated me to continue being, even through COVID, to being and attending all of the classes and ensuring that I do my work.
Awesome.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, we look forward to your journey as being an executive chef, and we wish you all the very best as you continue to pursue your dreams and your goals.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
All the best.
All right, thanks for making a campus connection. Wow, powerful, absolutely powerful. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Javier Blake from Dental Technical, a top home economics student who has the dream of becoming an executive chef and a successful entrepreneur. Awesome young man doing
Mm-hmm.
what he needs to do. And speaking about awesome people, we have a special I Chose Christ for you this evening. Amoy Ricketts from Texila American University in, guess what? Guyana. Can you believe that?
Hi,
Let's have it. Let's have it. Let's have it.
my name is Omari Kids, a past student of the St. Catherine High School and currently a fourth year medical student at the Texila American University, where I'm pursuing a degree in medicine. So I want to share my testimony with you. A couple months ago, about 4 months ago, I had injured my ankle at the library. What had happened was that I was exiting the library and I slid on a mat. So the mat was wet. At the time, I didn't realize that I'd injured my ankle. But while getting up, obviously the embarrassment, so I'm rushing to get up. I fell again because my ankle, it was injured. And glory be to God, students saw what happened and came to help. So at this time, they called an ambulance to come and pick me up, and I had friends who were there by my side the entire time. So I went to the hospital, I did scans and stuff like that, and got medication. My leg, well, my ankle, it wasn't broken, which was good, but I had a really bad sprain. So because of that, and I wasn't able to walk, I had to be wrapped up. My ankle was wrapped up, and I had to take time off from school. If you know anything, the last thing you'd want as a med student is for your time to be extended in school. But glory be to God, I was able to do my exams downstairs where I didn't have to climb any steps, and I just hopped my way around. I wasn't able to have visitors at my home because of where I was living, but God made a way, and I was able to get assistance from others. And this is just me sharing my testimony that God is gonna always make a way, even when there seems as if there's no way. He always gonna send help, no matter where you are or what you're going through. God is everywhere, and that's my testimony of why I chose Christ, and you should too.
Yeah, yeah.
Powerful.
I love that. I love that. So many of us who have been students or are students can attest to the fact that God is a provider. He will create ways where there seems to be no way. And
Mm-hmm.
adding, an injury to what is already a difficult degree program, but God still looked out for her. That's amazing, you know. So
Absolutely powerful. Absolutely powerful. And I hope you were encouraged by that testimony by Amoy Ricketts, all the way from Guyana, sharing about the goodness of Jesus. All right. It's now time for Sports on Campus, the After Champs edition.
mhm,
We
mhm,
have Orisha Champagne, a student athlete at the Dinton Technical High School. She has obtained 7 CXCs, 3 Cape subjects, and 1 City and Guilds. We also have Coach Raheem Jackson, teacher of physical education and science at the Dintel Technical High School. And
mhm.
we have Coach Tyrone Miller from Magotty High School. And of course, Paul Brown, St. Catherine High School track and field manager and past president of the Alumni Association. So, welcome one and all.
Good evening to you all.
Hello.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Awesome. Let me first ask you guys which school were you carrying for? I know I probably have the answer for this already, but let's ask just the same. Which school did you want to win, champs?
Otherwise, from my school,
Sure.
on the
Yeah,
girls' team,
yeah, different
Idel,
from my school. I would have said Jamaica College on the male side, Heidel on the female side, and that work out.
Okay. Horatio?
Heidel on the girls' side, and Calabar on the boys' team.
Okay.
So we're rooting for Heidel. We're rooting for Heidel. That not bad. That not bad. So Calabar and JC. But based on that, Horatio, so you said you wanted Calabar, right?
That's right.
So what are you feeling now? Now that Calabar uh, has been placed in the third position, what are you feeling?
Well, disappointment. I
Mm,
was disappointed, but not every year you can win. You have to lose before you win. So I guess next time they'll have their chance.
Mm-hmm.
Just like how Heidel broke Edwin and his 8-year streak. I think
mm.
Calabar can do the same.
Awesome. So, Coach, we have Coach Miller on. From a coach's perspective, what can you say about the impact that sports can make in the lives of students, even the school community overall?
Really, to me, over the years, I think sports do so much for these students because really and truly, because you see, the moment you don't have like any activity, you find yourself in all type of wrongdoing. So
Mm-hmm.
sports from these students down here really find the time, the perfect opportunity to keep them the mind active and,
Mm-hmm.
and, and far away from violence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, far away
Powerful.
from violence. So sport is perfect. Sport is perfect.
Okay.
Do a lot for
Okay.
these youth.
All right. So we have to take a quick break. But we'll be right back after these messages here on Campus Connection.
Show me how the bun to me cheese. Bun are just a thing when me like. And then the cheese make it nice. Would I never pick another choice? Can't show me how the bun to me cheese. No mind get bun when I Easter. You whole bun, no piece of pizza. Slice the cheese, 1, 2, 3, Caesar. Jamaica to gorilla say, show me how the bun to me cheese. Bun are just a thing when me like. And then the cheese make it nice. Would I never pick another choice? Can't show me how the bun to me cheese. Make an impact on your career. Earn real money. Get 3 to 4 local and international certification in practical nursing and early childhood education with free CXC or CAPE subjects in 6 to 12 months at Distinction College, located at 26 Hagley Park Road, Kingston, 6 Nugent Street, Spanish Town, and Ocho Rios. Earn global certificates in 3 months in geriatric nursing, phlebotomy, childcare. We have the lowest school fees around. Classes begin very soon. Call us 356-4167.
Hey, small people! It's our Views Wednesday inside the Small People Show with Auntie Colleen. This Wednesday, April 5, join us for the discussion where we will be highlighting how teachers can involve parents in schools. Listen carefully to this discussion, for at the end, we will be giving away 2 prizes to 2 lucky children. That's the Small People Show right here on Love 101 FM, celebrating 30 years of music, family, and love.
Okay, where are the campus eyes?
All right, welcome back to Campus Connection. If you are just joining us, we are talking about sports on campus, and of course, it's fitting seeing that we are coming out of the 2023 Grace Issa Boys and Girls Championships, which would have ended on Saturday, April 1. We have with us Orisha Champagne. We have Coach Raheem Jackson, Coach Tyrone Miller, and we also have Paul Brown, who is a track and field manager at the St. Catherine High School. All right, so based on everything that has taken place over the weekend, let me start with you, Sir Brown, as a track and field manager. Do you think that schools or the government are doing enough to invest in sports on campuses?
I don't know if we can ever. I don't know. I'm not sure what we're going to ever be able to call enough. There are lots of constraints. There are lots of competing issues. So I know some schools do more than others. So that's the other thing. As for the government, again, there are competing issues. So I think in many ways they are doing as much as they can, but some schools can actually do more for their students where sports are concerned. Can use my school as an example. There's a time when we did much less than we're doing now. But we're now doing what I think we need to do. And there's probably more that can be done as we go forward.
For you, Coach Jackson, we saw over the champs period that we had world records. Well, let me say championship records being broken by some of our student athletes. What exactly needs to be put in place from the school's end in order to achieve that level of excellence in academics?
All right. So where academics is concerned, the reality is some persons have cognitive limitations. Therefore, it is not possible for everybody to be excelling academically. There is something called Garner's theory of multiple intelligence. So while some students may be suitable for some academic paths, it doesn't mean that because they're not excelling in certain subject areas, they're not doing well academically. For example, there are schools where students are more inclined in skill areas and will do well. For example, Technical High School is a technical high school. Therefore, our focus is on skill-based learning. So most of the subjects that we do, it has a practical component to it and doesn't necessarily rely on academic component or a cognitive component only. So it means therefore they would not be judged the same way as persons who go to a traditional high school.
Okay.
Yes. So for example, welding, a student may be able to show you or weld something together, but if you should ask them in questions, they may not be able to explain it how you would want it or properly, but they can do it. So it doesn't mean that they have not learned, but it's just a form of expression because they have literacy challenges and so on. Yes. So in perspective,
So what would schools need to do to ensure that even if they don't have students who are strong academically, they can still excel inside of the sporting areas, for instance?
all right. So most times government allot a certain budget to the certain aspects of the school, for example, sport to get a certain percentage. But the reality is this: the amount that is allotted to the school for sport, it is not enough to run a sports program per se for an entire year, especially if you are doing multiple sports. So a lot of time you find that past students or school associations are the ones who are basically funding the sporting program because the school is not able to do it fully or for everybody per se. So in a case like that now, what would be best is for the school to seek out programs because a lot of times I will go online and I see where free scholarships are being offered for students in skill areas or various areas. So I think what the school needs to do is to find those information, bring it to the students so they can have something to work towards. Because in Jamaica, one of the main... Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yeah, man, we're hearing you.
Okay, for example, so in Jamaica right now, one of the objective of students doing sports is to get them into a university free of cost. So when what will happen is that they'll get a free education, they will have a skill at the end of the day as a result of their talent. Or if they decide to go pro, then they will have they will still have a career. So in that case, no, if the school can't afford sport, they have to seek out sponsorship from elsewhere or in other countries that are willing to invest in the sport that is not traditional in our area. For example, sports like volleyball, badminton, those are not sports of choice for Jamaicans. But we have talents here. So we find that those sports are overlooked because there's no interest in them. As it relates to sports like swimming now, we have natural talent in those areas, but the facility is the limitation. Persons who are living in the rural areas don't necessarily have access to pools to train and so on. So you find that only the students in the urban areas, Kingston and around, is able to have training for the pool and have access to pools. So they are the ones who, in the end, have to represent the country, which doesn't mean that they would have been the best if we had persons who were able to train right across Jamaica.
Okay.
We need to have more development in other sports. So the different organizations, they need to seek sponsorship as well. ISA has done a lot for other sports where we know that in Jamaica, track and field and football has been basically the quote unquote breadwinner sport.
Yes.
So that revenue is now shared for other sports, so they can get a little bit of the
Okay, want to bring Orisha in on that point. Orisha, based on you being a student athlete, do you think that you would be far more advanced if you are part of, let's say, a sports centered high school? So let's say the GC Foster version, high school version. Orisha?
If I would be more advanced?
Yes, as an athlete. So if you were just going to school and the main focus was sports.
Yes, I would be more advanced. If it was
And
a
what would that look like for you?
better times, faster times, more
Mm-hmm.
training hours.
Okay, okay. And with that being said, do you think that so let's say from the grade 7 level, you recognize that this student is gifted in track and field or in football or in volleyball, do you think that there should be some kind of breakaway to, not necessarily do away with academics, but to put a greater focus then on developing that student in the area of sport that they compete in?
Well, I mean, you're going to need grades,
Mm-hmm.
not only the sports, because what if the sports don't work out? You're going to need the
Yes.
grades to win in the future. So I don't think you should focus more on the sports, but
Mm-hmm.
focus on them equally.
Okay, so equally. I get you. I get you. I get you. Coach, we want to further understand as Coach Miller from Magati High School, how important it is for teachers, school officials, general staff to care for student athletes.
Very, very important.
Yeah, very, 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 very important.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're what? Because you have a real and truly, you have some students who are really slow. You have some students that are slow and very, very, very slow. So
Yes.
you see, most times teachers have to really understand those students and really actually pay them, like, call it maybe a 5% more. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just try and give them like a 5% like every day, or another half an hour like every single day. Once you can find if even lunchtime or 15 minutes, just try and spend some time with the group. Hello?
Mm. So just to put a little bit more emphasis.
Yes, man, definitely.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So going back to coach, I'm sorry, track and field manager, Mr. Brown. St. Catherine High School is one of those schools that performed really well in both the boys championships and the girls championships. There are quite a few other schools that did that this year, St. Jago High and different ones. What 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 does it take in order for a school to achieve this level of excellence? Like, what are some of the things that have to be put in place from the school standpoint?
I mean, apart from resources, well, let me start there. It takes a lot of resources, platinum, money, cash, kind, to have a program at the level, and we are still growing, right? Somebody mentioned earlier about the schools not having what it takes to run the program, which is very true for most schools. All the schools that do well, the top, I would say all the schools that are in the top 5 have very involved alumni because it takes a lot of resources for training, for nutrition, for gear, for medical. But there has to be, on top of that, a commitment from the leadership within the school that we want to do this. If there's not that commitment in the leadership of the school, and lots of schools have talent, but the schools don't have commitment from the leadership that we want to make this an integral part of how we run our school. So you need that commitment, and you need resources, and then you need support from outside. The school itself, meaning just the teachers and the administration, won't ever be able to run a program like the one that as I said, are in the top 5. You need a strong alumni, and you need the parents. You need a strong PTA body that's also going to contribute. So it's a total package within a school. Any school that's going to do well needs to have all those elements working in cohesion for the program to work.
Absolutely.
Interesting. Very interesting. So based on that though, what are some of the unique challenges that you think student athletes are facing on a daily basis? Sir Jackson, we'll go with you.
Okay, so as it relates to challenges, sometimes they may not have financial support from the home.
Mm.
You find that sometimes you're not able to afford lunch, so sometimes you either have to do without. And if there's a food program in the school, for example, the departments, they're ashamed to go for it because of the quality and the stigma that is attached. So sometimes we as adults have to really help out where
Yes.
that is concerned and get sponsorship for them where that is concerned.
Okay.
Other challenges, sometimes they they do not have the time to focus on their schoolwork as regular students because training takes a lot of toll on the brain. When I do a training session, you're very tired. So by you reach home, sometimes you reach home like after 7, after 8, between transportation. So they really don't have time to sit up and do much schoolwork. And in the morning, they're not responsible enough to really get up at a certain time and do some work. So you find that over time, if you're not monitoring them, then they will decline academically.
Okay. We want to just go for a quick break. And when we come back, I would love to hear from Oratio on the challenges that student athletes face. So we'll be right back with more Campus Connection after these messages.
Do you have a heart condition? Your care should be in the hands of our experienced cardiovascular team at Partners Interventional Center of Jamaica. We're one of the leading heart centers for angiogram, stenting, pacemakers, EP studies, and ablation therapy. PICJ has the expertise and latest technology to treat all your heart needs. Call 876-995-7425 or email info@pic-jm.com for appointments. PICJ, your partners for life.
Many of our brothers and sisters lose hope when diagnosed with HIV. Some lose their will to continue being a part of society. Others are despaired by the challenges of keeping up with their treatment. We understand. But remember, people with HIV live normal and progressive lives every day. You can too if you get back on track with your HIV treatment. Live for you, live for someone, live for something.
Get back on track, get back to life.
A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Easter Monday, Abundant Life Ministry Easter Praise Fest and Fun Day begins at 10 a.m. with lots of activities. Bounce about, trampoline, high striker, bungee run. Children pay only $1,500 and ride all day. Plus entry to concert at 7 p.m. with Kevin Heath, Jai Kingston, Unity Singers, Judah Praise, and others. MC Nadine Blair. Adults $2,500, pre-sold $3,000 at the gate. Children 12 and under $1,000 at the gate. The Abundant Life Ministry Easter Praise Fest and Fun Day. Easter Monday, April 10th. Bounty Hall, Trelawney.
All right, welcome back to Campus Connection. It's the After Champs edition of our show. And we have with us coaches from the Dint Hill Technical High School. We have Mr. Raheem Jackson. We also have the coach from Magati High School, Tyrone Miller. And we have, of course, St. Catherine High School's track and field manager, Paul Brown. And just before the break, I posed a question to Oratio Champagny. She's a student athlete at Dint Hill Technical, wanting to know what are some of the unique challenges faced by student athletes in this day and age. So, Oratio, what are some of those challenges?
As Sir Jackson said, the time for studying and to do homework and to do schoolwork and to read over notes. We don't have that much time that the other students have. So you wake up in the morning, get ready for school, and then right after school finish, you have training, and then to go home, eat, bathe. You don't have that much time to do work, and then sleep, wake up and do the same thing over again. Well, other students at school over, they have the entire time to brush up on things, the time that we don't have. So that's a challenge for us.
What about injuries?
Injuries hinder us from training well and from performing well, going fast. Sometimes as you get through one injury, there's another one right there. And it's not something you can prevent sometimes, but sometimes it's the stretching, you don't do a lot of stretching. And yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
All right. So we were told that you actually travel 12 miles to school, to and from school, each day. How do you manage to do that and still have 7 CXCs, 3 Cape, 1 City and Gills under your belt? How do you manage that?
I don't know. I don't know how I did it. And I wasn't sure that I didn't know that it was 12 miles because I never checked. But I guess it's hard. And then, taxi situations.
Right.
Right. But I don't know. Because at one point we were living on dorm and then the transition to traveling every day. So I guess it was a dorm. So I did, yeah.
Well, certainly you've been doing a good job at it, so we just want you to continue, and we wish you all the best. And to our coaches or track and field managers, is there any appeal that you would like to make concerning getting more support for sports programs in our schools? We'd like to start with Mr. Jackson, and then to Mr. Miller, and finally to Mr. Brown.
Okay. First is naturally are driven by results, especially Jamaicans. But similar to when you're building a house, you have to start from the foundation up, and you won't see the best or the beauty of the house until it is completed and near completion. So most times, persons are not willing to sponsor unless there is actually some results going on. But what is most important is to get resources to start from to develop a good foundation, and you can build from there to establish a good program. Now another thing is that most times school expect that if you employ a coach now or there are sponsors, they expect to see the results immediately or within the same season. Usually a program will take 2 to 3 years to reach its fruition. And most times persons are not patient enough to wait around that long. So they're not willing to invest for that time to wait until 3 years to see the benefits of the program and what they have been investing in. So what I would like to appeal to persons who are sponsoring or have the resources to sponsor is that we have to be realistic in that we can't expect a program to grow within 1 year. And it is possible, but at the expense of students' career for the future or injuries. Because if you push them too much, they're still developing. If you push them too much, at some point, they're going to break down. And it will cost more to repair a person who is injured than to gradually give them the necessities for them to reach where they need to reach.
Okay.
So patience exercise where sponsoring and basically supporting a program is concerned.
Understood. So, to you now, Coach Miller from Magatti High School.
Yeah, well, this is my second top 10 finish, 2021 and 2023, and really and truly, I'm still struggling. Trust me, I don't see any support like that, and real support. You have 1 and 2 people, 1 and 2 persons come on board, but still that real support, like somebody to come up and say, all right, I can fund this from September to April. I'm still not seeing that. So it's really tough. I still have to be spending from my pocket.
Wow.
Just to keep the program going. Really, so it's really tough, man. It's really tough. I've missed the second top 10. This is the second year in the second season in the top 10. On the boys' side. And still not seeing it. So I really looking forward to some people this year.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really tough now.
And to you, Mr. Brown from St. Catherine High School.
Thank you. Well, I would appeal to 2 groups. One, alumni, not just my school, all the other schools. I heard the cry from the coach from Magatti. It's not cheap to run these programs. And our students can play a really great role. Lots of them, they will shout when the team win, we love the team, and I make the social media posts, and we love the team, and we love the school, and we're glad when them win. They can't get $1, and many of them can. So we'd really like to see bigger support from alumni. Secondly, within the schools, the teachers, somebody had alluded to a little bit more time. I would like to, and this comes from talking to some other colleagues, managers, coaches from other schools, that teachers can play a huge role in helping the students, not just academically, but also emotionally and them confident in children, the athletes. I tell my athletes, they're students first. So with that student first motive, if the teachers also recognize that and encourage them and don't make, even if they're air, don't make it about them track people or them sports people. They are first students, and they will have the same issues like students that don't do sports. So treat them as students and give them the encouragement, because they do it even a little bit more than the students don't do any curriculum.
The normal students, yeah, which is
and this goes across the board. Performance, whatever they do, quiz, whatever. Give them that kind of support. And yes, alumni, we need more of you on board in all the big schools have it, I mean, I saw a big school got $1 million from their one graduating year. Years before champs. More past students from the schools that just working to get up there. And said, this is my first top 5, but this is top 10 for us. Has been consistent since 2014. So every year we struggle. So those are the 2 avenues I would like to make my appeal as to what can be done to make the thing better.
All right. Well, there you have it. Thank you so much, gentlemen and lady, for being a part of the panel. We really do appreciate you guys for taking the time out to speak with us here on Campus Connection, and all the very best for your future endeavors concerning your different sporting programs.
Thank you.
All right. Powerful discussion there. Sports on campus, specifically track and field, seeing that we're coming out of the Issa Grace Boys and Girls Championship that took place over the weekend. Well, from Tuesday into the weekend. Thank you so much for making it Campus Connection this evening. We want to also thank Orain Mattis for Education News and Bulletin, on a roll with Javier Blake from the Intel Technical. I chose Christ all the way from Ghana. Amoy Ricketts. Want to thank Oresha Champagne from the Intel Technical, Coach Tyrone Miller from Magati High School, Coach Rahib Jackson from the Intel Technical High, and Paul Brown, track and field manager at the St. Catherine High School. And to you, our lovely listeners / viewers, thank you so much for making the Campus Connections. And also our producer Jermaine Johnson, Dr. Nadine Blair, programs manager, technical support Timoy Butler, and Latifa Reed for news support. I am Jonathan Fletcher.
And I'm Anesta Samuels. Until next week, we'll see you again next week.
All right.